Couple hours max, famous last words.
Scheduling for 20 years, and here we are. I couldn't have scheduled this any worse if we tried.
Nope.
No. Wow, we're not doing 8-hour shifts here either, so we're looking good. Got the wire, some minor changes here today on this guy. Hook up the cigarette lighter and the phone port.
Yeah, we were looking everywhere for the wiring harness for
yeah.
the console. I couldn't find it, and I was just telling Dad, I can't find it, and there it
Who
was.
could have thunk in this beautiful arranged auto parts store that we couldn't find it?
Yeah, we found it, so that's good.
That's good, yeah.
So happy time there.
Yep. So we should finish probably get all the way through tucking down the carpet that included the console assembly.
Hope so.
Yep.
So the only thing preventing us from finishing the console is the shifter boot, which again, don't have to do that right now, but it'd be nice. And then we want to put that little pocket in that corner where there's a hole there, but again, we don't have to do that right now. So yeah, let's get it done.
Yep.
All right. So where we left off, in case anybody wasn't watching the last video, which I was just lamenting the fact that we're not getting hardly any comments on our videos anymore. So I don't know if people are not watching or just commenting or what, but anywho. Got this side of the carpet laid out, ready to go. This is all trimmed out and ready to go here for the wiring rather. So we just have to figure out the final placement for the carpet, cut it, and then the little trim piece that goes up under there we have to adjust because it doesn't fit. And then I still don't like the way those I think those seat belts want to go the other way around.
You just comment on either, I noticed.
No.
It looks backwards.
Yep. So I might flip that around today and see if I like that better. Anyway, so plan here is just get all the carpet done as best we can, and see how far we get with that. Yeah?
Now, what were you saying about the shift lever?
There's no shifter boot
Oh, okay.
because it didn't come with one. So, and the shifter, I was trying to figure out how that works. On the Camaro that these came from, the shifter boot's actually attached to the car.
Right.
So that little hole in the console there, I was trying to see how does a shifter boot attach to it. It doesn't. So it attaches to the car. So I got some contact cement, so we'll just glue one to the bottom of that thing. But again, I don't have to do that right now. But
So what are you going to do to cover it now then?
nothing.
Nothing?
Yeah.
And just stick out the way it is then on the carpet?
Yep.
Okay, looks good.
All right, let's get to work.
Yeah.
So it turns out I just didn't have that lined up right. It actually just barely fits. I thought it was hitting up in this corner up here, but you can see it just barely hits there. So I was able to get the holes lined up. There we go. That's perfect. I was just telling Pops, I don't know what happens on the passenger side because we don't have an equivalent thing over there. So let's go take a look at that side.
Before we get out of the drive shop.
All right, so put I don't even know what this thing is called, but basically the thing that protects all the wires, that's in there. That should have gone on first because I can't get in here to put the screws on anymore, but I don't think it really matters unless it ends up pushing the trim piece too high here. So get the carpet kind of where we think it wants to go. Get the what is it, sill plate, and then measure this out. I think we want to cut it kind of right on, right on that edge right there, but we'll see. Well, that certainly looks pretty. The only problem we have is this rear hole is all wallered out, so don't have a screw that'll fit that. So we'll have to, it's like a number 12 wood screw will work, but that's gonna suck, but whatever. So that side's done. We'll move on to the passenger side now. All right, so we flipped these seat belt things around. This side went on okay. The other side had really kinked up the plastic and stuff there. I don't know what happened, but I'm not sure this is any better, but looks better at least. Got the holes cut out for the seat, and then now we're trying to fit this kick panel in here, which should have been done when the AC went in, but we didn't. So now we're gonna do it now. I'm just kind of marking out where that wants to go. I just cut the top of the oval out there to get around the vintage air wires because they're way up under there. You probably can't see it anyway. So I'm just marking out where the carpet comes to here. I'm going to trim out that inside there to make more room. I don't know how well that's going to look. This is just all unfinished in here, but we'll see. So just trying to get this roughly where it's supposed to go here. and start trimming. All right, so go ahead and get these guys installed now. Best estimate for the bolts up there was a 5/16 by 18, which is what I'm using. So I got the tap out, cleaned up the threads there. That seems to be okay. And then on these guys, I received a warning from Darwin, who received a warning from someone else that this thing can dent the roof of the car if you're not careful. And the best thing that I can figure out is that this thing might hit. This thing lays flat when you put it in there, but it might be really close to one of these corners or something. It seems to fit okay, but just in the interest of safety, the kit came with these washers. I could never figure out how they could be of use, so I'm just going to put them here on the back side to space this thing off a little bit. Hopefully that's enough insurance that it doesn't do anything, but as we're tightening stuff, we'll try and make sure there's no dents forming on the roof as we tighten everything up. I think it'll be okay, but we'll find out. All right, here we go. Right there. That hits the corner of the roof, even with the washer on there. So I'm going to take the washer from the front, put it in the back, give that a try, and see if we got any clearance there. All right, so with one of these in the front and the back, it was still touching in the back, so I put two of these in the back, but then I don't have enough to go around, so then we started searching around. I found these guys for the rear bumper, but it's a nice thick washer. I stuck that one behind the rear, if you can see it back there, but now we have just a little bit of clearance at the top, which should be good, and then we have one washer, one of these in the front. So that's that. So now we're going to put the retractor cover on there, and hopefully this thing's done for the seatbelt. That thing doesn't fit great, but it's up there. And this seatbelt is really touchy. I don't remember if they're supposed to be that touchy or not. And it wants to fold over right here, which is kind of lame. But we got a seatbelt. So I'll get the other side done. Okay, that's all done. We'll put the coat hooks in while we were back here too. So that is finito. I think we'll drop the console in real quick here, or maybe take a look and see what kind of paint we're in for next. All right, so we just have this laying in here right now, but finally got it to seat all the way up in there by trimming the carpet back. I think this side's going to be okay. It's still a little bit tight, but there's more carpet I can trim back here if necessary. It looks like it will do a good job of covering all the cuts in the carpet up there, because I had to cut the carpet to get around all the AC vents and stuff, so that looks like that should work. Like I said, I think it'll be okay. The passenger side, I think, may require a little more work because of the air conditioner. Here, I don't know if I'm going to be able to wedge that up in there or not. I didn't try too hard. I didn't want to do any damage to it or anything, but you can see the console wants to go pretty high up there, and that thing's pretty low, so I don't think it's going to fit, so we'll probably have to trim that to make that fit. But the main thing here was just getting this in place so we can figure out where we can cut the carpet back to, because we made the mistake of cutting it too low like there before. So I want to make sure we get that taken care of. But the rest of the carpet tucked up in there pretty nice. There's a bare spot up in there you can see. So we're going to see if we have some leftover carpet. We can just kind of wedge it up in there, and probably won't be able to see it because it's so far up in there. And then you can see how the kick panel went in here. Came out okay. It actually cracked at the back there, but it's okay because it's in there. And everything else seemed to work out okay here. Funny things we ran into. All of these holes were missing, except for the back one. I don't know why. I don't remember welding those up, but I did replace that rocker, so who knows. The back hole here was just slightly wallered out, so one size up on a screw there took care of that. The other side is really wallowed out, so like I said, I don't even have a screw that'll work for that. A number 12 wood screw will work, but I don't have one that's threaded all the way, so that doesn't work. But it's pretty close now. So we should be able to wrap all this up next time. And then the only thing we have left to do here is that I've got to make a shifter boot for it. And at some point I'm going to make something to plug that little hole there. I'm just going to make a little vinyl bag, for a better word, whatever. You can drop a phone in something there instead of it falling all the way through. I don't know. I haven't thought about that too much yet. So what's left? This is pretty much done. I had a little black wire pop off of something when I was messing the wires. I don't know where it goes. I'm hoping it goes to the AC or something. It's a kind of connector I'm not familiar with, so I don't know where that came from. It's not labeled for anything, which makes me think it's part of the vintage era, but that sucks. I've got to figure that out. So some random black wire that fell off. Then we just have to finish trimming this stuff up, get it done. Like I said, get those pieces ready. I sewed a new thing here. I don't know if I talked about that before because it was so stinky. This thing still reeks of cologne after all that work, but it's much less than it was before, so that's good. And then back here, we got to put all the wiring back in here again. I've got to put the license plate holder in. I got a backup camera for it, so I've got to see if that's going to work. I've got that soaking in evapor rust right now, and then I realized just recently that that hole's not supposed to be there. I thought all this time that was supposed to be for a trunk light switch, but these cars don't have a trunk light switch, so I bought one. This thing's not really waterproof, so I don't know how well this is going to work, but so I don't anticipate this car is going to get too wet, but hopefully that'll be okay. And then I got some LED strip lights to put in here that'll run off of this thing, so that should be cool. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So once we get that stuff done, I gotta get off my butt and get the driver's seat done. So once that's finished, basically the car's done. And it's off to go get smog and all that other stuff. So very, very close now. I know a lot of people have been saying, why don't you dry the thing? Why don't you dry the thing? If you go back to the video where I pulled it out of the garage, this thing scrapes horribly when it comes out of the garage because the exhaust is too low. You can see here, taking big chunks. So moving this thing in and out of the driveway is really not recommended right now. So basically, I'm not going to take it out of the garage again until it's ready for, a quick shakedown drive to make sure everything works, and then take it straight to the muffler shop, basically, so they can fix that so that I can get it in and out of the garage without it dragging on the ground. That's why we're not driving it, because I'm afraid of just tearing something up by coming in and out of the driveway. So very soon now. Should be, hopefully the next few weeks, this thing should be wrapped up enough to take it out on the road. This thing, we turned it around the other way. You see, it looks like crap that way. And I knew this was going to be like this with the console here, but I don't see a better way to do it. The passenger side didn't come out that ugly, so I don't know what happened. The passenger side looks okay down here, but still kinked right there, but we're going to go with that. All right, anyway, that's enough. Pop's had to split, so he's out of here. Anybody have any comments about anything? Let me know. And like I said, we should be wrapping this up in the next few weeks. Thanks.